Hello beautifuls, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lorian and it's an absolute pleasure to do these readings for you. So if you're new here, like I say, welcome. This is just a weekly pick a card reading that I'm going to be doing for the 30th of September all the way to the 6th of October. Getting into Halloween season now, which is maybe a little bit why the nails are slightly darker than normal. But as you may see, we're going to have one card from the Work Your Light Oracle cards and then just a few readings from this deck here. But what I wanted you to do first of all is just to look at these particular little jewellery nooks here. So these two I actually got from, I believe it was Ibiza. Many years ago, probably over 11 years ago now, and they're my absolute favourite. I think one of my favourite items that I actually own. Unfortunately, the cat decided to knock them off at one point, so they are a little bit in need of repair. However, they're beautiful, and I thought I had to use them from today because we're heading into October. I want it to be a bit spoopy, you know? And then this one I actually got from a charity shop. It was sitting all by itself and I just thought I need it. So I got this one. Anything to do with the sun, moon or stars, I have to have it. So yeah. Next month I'm hoping to get some additional tarot decks, so if you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below for me. Will read them, I promise, and just because I really want to add to my collection with either oracle cards or tarot cards or something. So if you have a favourite deck that you've either seen some people use or use yourself, do let me know. So without further ado, we're going to go into the reading. Please do just meditate on which one of these three you would like to choose. I will be doing the reading live with these and then pulling an oracle card. I'll give you a minute or two and then let's get on with group one. Okay, group one. Whoa, okay, so that one already wants to come out for you guys. Good choice if you chose the moon, by the way. I love the moon one. Anything to do with the moon, I think maybe because I'm a witch or whatever, it just really connects with me. Okay, so you wanted to come through and so did you. We're just going to be quite brief and see what information comes through for you. So we have the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. One thing I must suggest to you as well, I don't actually do reversals at all. I don't know why. I think it's just because I read intuitively and I channel, so if they're gonna tell me a different meaning, they'll tell me anyway. So I don't tend to use reversals unless it's a very sparse deck, and then I will. So if it's just symbols, but I know some of these came through the opposite way around, but I don't feel that that's the way they were meant to, so I'm just going to go back and with what they're doing, like upright. The main thing I see next week for you, my darlings, is the main thing, energy, the main focus, and that is a lot of I honestly don't know how to interpret this in a word way, so do bear with me. It's mostly a fracture. I don't mean like you're going to hurt yourself, but there's the fractured energy coming in here, and I just noticed that my candle went out, so maybe there's something to do with that. But there is a feeling of kind of just everywhere. You can't be in the same place. You're just all over the place. You maybe have people that you're trying to commit to and you have to do them, and then you have to go over here and do something for them, and then like the energy that I'm picking up is so confused, and it's just kind of, I mean, I was absolutely clear coming into this reading and now it's suddenly gone so maybe that's how your sentimentality, your behavior next week is going to feel a little bit like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I have no idea. That's fine if that's the case. Please don't worry if you're feeling a little bit flustered. It will settle down. One thing that they're going to say though is that if you do feel like you have such a burden to do, like you have this person's stuff to do, you've promised this to help somebody move, you're doing this and this, you can say no. You can pace yourself. You know how to use your language in order to tell others, this is the time for me to step back. I do feel that it's got something to do with a previous engagement, or not literally here, marry me, but a previous engagement with somebody, Maybe somebody's now calling in a favor and you're like, really? There's a lot of stuff busy going on, and it could be that you're getting ready for a trip, or that you're getting ready for some big thing happening at work. Either way, it does feel like there's a lot happening for you. They are suggesting that you just rest, but the main thing with this card is that you don't let it get to you. If you're feeling, oh, I can't bother, just go away, you may actually find that the personality of somebody that you would really like, or somebody that you really could connect to, comes in and you dismiss them, or something that an opportunity comes along and you're so tired and you're so drawn and you're so over it that you get rid of this opportunity. And they don't want this to happen. But it does feel like the Queen of Pentacles believes in you. It could also be somebody quite, for 30% of you, I think this could be somebody who's a little bit overbearing, a little bit, how shall I put it? Feels like they know what you should be doing. They know best for you. There's absolutely nothing that you can do that they will not critique in some way. However, I do feel that for the 70% of you, this is somebody who will really take you on board and want to help you very practically. So it could be somebody who's wanting to see more of you or connect with you a little bit more, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's see what the card... Okay, you want to come through. Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. She comes out a lot in personal readings, actually. Seeding the light, laying foundations and divine plan. So it could be that you're now getting into a stage of, I need to basically look at myself, but because you've promised so many other people that you'll do something for them, it's kind of getting away from you. What they want you to do is make sure that you spend time sowing the seeds for yourself. So do something for yourself now that may grow in opinion, that may grow in flowers and beauty, and that you'll be able to harvest when it's time. So do something for yourself now and see it grow and see it flourish and see it get to a divine and wonderful place. But I wish you the best, Group 1. I will go on to Group 2 now, but if there's anything you need, drop me a comment below, or the links for my social are in the description. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Group 2. Alright, let's see. The last reading was very all over the place with energy, so I'm really hoping that it's a little less disruptive for you guys. Alright. Oh, I forgot to interchange this one. There we go. See what I mean? Well, the energy was all over the place. So if you've chosen that one, well done. Another favourite of mine. Alright. You wanted to come through. I'm sorry. They're very active, these ones. Ooh. Temperance. Empress, wow, Ace of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. This one also wanted to come out, and wow, okay, this is amazing for you guys. At this rate, I probably will run out of memory on my phone because I feel like there's a lot to say here. So if there is a cut in between, please do forgive me. I want to make sure that I give you all the messages that they bring through and not just rush through it. So we have Temperance, the Empress, the Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups, which, to be quite honest, is divine. I do feel that there's a lot that you've been working for lately. Ooh, you may get some really good feedback. I feel like there's this sense of, not quid pro quo. I can't speak today. I haven't had enough coffee. There's something that seems to come in that says you are there for yourself. You're kind of showing up for yourself, and not in a bad way, like I'm just going to do this for me. You're showing up for yourself. You're actually going, oh, I feel terrible today, and you're like, right, okay, I'm going to make sure that so you're actually doing well by yourself, so applause for you. You're seeing if you're feeling a little bit down and you're trying to assess why, and then you're remedying it rather than ignoring it and just pushing it to one side, which will make it worse. So you're doing very good there. I feel like with the Temperance card, this week indicates a lot of rejuvenation for you. You may feel more balanced than you have in a while, or you'll be going to the doctors, or you'll be trying to see things, that come through for you. You may be having a little bit of, okay, well, I can't put this off anymore. I'm going to change my diet or change my health or see what I want to do. But you're definitely in the realm of proceeding forwards with a sense of grace, with a sense of intuition, with a sense of I am here too, and ... Because it feels like you are wanting to step into the reason that you are on this earth a little bit, you know. It's like you're wanting to now step forwards and be counted among the souls that, you know, watch videos like this, go to tarot readers, learn tarot themselves. You want to be evolving and emerging and being quite included in this higher cycle of things. So I do feel that there's a lot coming through to you that's going to signify change. I think a lot of it has to do with cutting away some of the dead weight that's around you. This could be people, this could be errands, this could be, oh, it could even be clutter that you have around your house. And as I say that, I'm looking around my own room going, I don't need all these boxes of boxes, because I literally have boxes full of boxes. And you may be the same. Like, you may be like, well, this is just in case I move, this is just in case something happens. Or you're hanging on to a friend just in case you need them. Or you're hanging on to something or a favour for somebody just in case. And that, I think, is the issue, is that you're doing too much to grab hold of things, to keep them with you where you should be letting them go. Alternatively, this could be you finally telling the truth to somebody or speaking your truth. It's victory, it's clarity. If they don't like it, they can go away. Essentially, if they don't like the fact that you're telling them the truth, they can take a hike, they can go away somewhere, they can just be, you know, you haven't lost anything. But I do feel that you're getting something that you've wanted for so long with this. I feel as well that within this, you're actually making a good impression. You're making a really good impression. It may take you a little while to kind of meet some people's expectations, but you're making a great impression. You're giving yourself more of a plus than a minus here. There's a lot coming through to suggest that you're developing intuition, but you're also seeing the practical benefits of putting that into practice. So it could be that if you, for instance, say, oh, I need to go this route to work, you're therefore on time because you avoided an accident that was already in front of you and that would have given you a traffic jam, and so you get to work and make a good impression. But from following your intuition, this could lead you to something really good. And I think that the Nine of Cups is about saying this is kind of in line with what you've desired. This is kind of in line with everything that you've been putting yourself towards this week. And I do feel a kind of that you don't necessarily lack focus. You have clarity here, but you're not going full pelt. You're just doing what you need to do at the time you need to do it. You're not pushing yourself over the limits that you have. You're not trying to do everything and all at once. You're being sensible, and that is such a good thing that you're doing, because you're keeping yourself grounded and you're actually keeping yourself in a good energy. So don't try and stress yourself. Don't push yourself beyond your means. You will make a good impression. Just continue to learn from your intuition and don't second guess yourself. And I honestly believe it would lead you to something really special. This one definitely wanted to come through. Creating heaven on earth, that's happening. And I feel like with this card especially, it's kind of pointing towards what makes, you know, what matters to you. So you've been training for this for lifetimes. This is also something that feels like you've been doing the work and the hard efforts. So you have been training for this for lifetimes. But also Lemuria is kind of saying that you come from a place where things may be perfect or have seemed perfect, but you're not really striving to be an ideal thing of anything. This is your heaven. Somebody's idea of heaven is always different from the next person. So I do feel that you're creating something, a really nice energy that's just going to take you forwards this week and maybe into, you know, further into October, that gets you to a kind of place where you feel like you can relax. You know, just keep doing what you're doing, the hard work, but don't overdo it. You know what your limits are. And I do feel that, again, if you speak to anybody and they go, meh, 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 then you haven't really lost. You've known the truth and you can do with that what you will. But thank you for being here and watching this reading from me. If you do have any questions or if you have any suggestions for tarot decks, I really want some tarot decks, do let me know down below in the comments. All my social links are in the description box for readings. But in the meantime, blessed be, I really hope that you have a beautiful week ahead, and I'll speak to you guys soon. And now moving on to group 3. Group 3, if you chose a star, oh, this will be your reading for you. Sorry, I tend to bop this. It's not actually a trident or whatever it's called. What are they called? Tripod. It's actually a telescope that I got for my 30th birthday. But because it's so overcast recently, I haven't had any use for it apart from using it to do these videos. So let's have a look and see what's coming through for group 3 for the week ahead until the 6th of October. Alright. You want to come through too, and I have a feeling that you do. So there we go. Let's see what you have. You have the Hermit, the 3 of Cups, which is really nice. You have, oh, another 3. You have 3 of Wands, and then the Wheel of Fortune. So this is very interesting. Okay. Let me just have a look and see. The main thing that I see is that you're coming to a point in your life this week actually where you feel like you have something that you can give to people. Now the way this is coming forward seems to be that you are going to spend some quality time with a few people, maybe people that you've thought, oh, maybe I'm drifting away from them, or maybe I don't have anything to give them anymore. So it's either people that you have felt the friendship is kind of swaying to one side, or something that you feel maybe that you have, sorry, I just realised there was a shadow. Maybe there's something that you feel like they haven't been there as present as they were. Now this can happen for various reasons. Life changes, romance changes, family, you know, maybe they've got a family, maybe you have just developed one yourself, and it just feels a little bit like you notice changes a lot more these days. But I do feel that you were going to have some kind of connection with these people, and you feel like you're coming to a point where you can give back to people again, or you can put the past behind you in such a way. So it could be the fact that, you know, when you get to a certain stage, you're like, oh, okay, I see now. I see more of what we can do because we're growing together rather than separate. This could also be invitations. So you may be invited to a party, maybe invited to a social gathering or something like that. You'll get an invitation for something anyway. And then I feel like you'll have options as to where you want to go after that. You'll start to feel, the way this is coming through is like a ball starting to roll. So you may have felt recently very introverted, like I don't want to speak to anybody, they're not good enough for me, or I don't have anybody on my side. And then when that's proven wrong, you feel more like you can come out into the open and move a little bit more into the light, so to speak. If you have perhaps felt stuck, or, you know, not really getting to a certain connection, I feel like this is now harbouring change for you. So the Wheel of Fortune is definitely something about moving towards a particular place, moving towards a particular area. I also feel within this, I also feel that there's something that you maybe have not seen within yourself. For some reason I'm getting a lot of water signs with this, so maybe you're Pisces, Scorpio or Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising. But I do feel that you've been feeling a little bit more introverted. I'm also getting Taurus and Capricorn here. Maybe some earth signs too. Air and fire, you might be dealing with this a little bit better if you're experiencing it, but it's hitting water and earth harder, particularly water. But I just feel like this turning point of the year, we're going into a transitional phase, no matter where you are, spring or autumn. This transitional phase will actually see the change within you as well. So you're going to start to notice little bits of change within you, how you cope with the changing season, but also how this is coming to grips with stuff for you too. So in a way, I feel it's kind of like celebrating you and realizing, you know what, maybe I do like people, maybe I do have something to give others, and maybe they have something to give me. But there is definitely something where you feel like you're approaching a wonderful stage of your life. Something that's like, you know what, I'll put myself out there, I'll see what happens. I have this to give to the world. I'm not really sure how to use it, but I have it. And that's kind of, excuse me, that's kind of something that I feel you're getting into grips with now. But something that I notice as well, every single image here, they've got a book of some kind. So you're definitely stepping into your knowledge, and you're definitely stepping into an area and a place that gives you a sense of satisfaction, something that brings you towards a feeling of expansion and feeling very you, really. Let's see what... Hello. I'm just going to let you drop because I don't think you have anything to do with this reading. Okay, so what do they need to know? Okay, answer the call. There we go. So, what is your soul calling you to do? Maybe it is to step outside your comfort zone. Maybe it is to step into a role that other people have asked you to step into. Maybe it's something that you have yourself worried about doing for the past. But I do feel there is a change coming in. It's a good change, and I think that you can eliminate some worries really this week, because you might start to feel more confident. You might think, okay, yeah, I'm going to step outside my comfort zone. I'm going to kind of deliver myself this way. And there is a change coming. I feel this is not just next week, but it's going into further weeks. But yeah, be with people that you call friends, and see how their energies are, and see how you feel around their energies. You should only be around the people who actually give you something and you make you feel good and make you feel like you can, you know, take on the world. So I think that's going to be a learning curve for you this week. But let me know in the comments below how things go for you. I'm always ready to answer any questions you have. If you have tarot deck recommendations, let me know. And also, if you need to get in touch with me, all the social links are down in the description box. But thank you so much for being here. I wish you the very best of luck, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye-bye.